welcome to another episode of The Conversation Station. This episode, I'm going to be reviewing 2002 Disney Channel original movie, Scream Team. This is a Halloween family movie that I've really enjoyed over the years, and I'm going to review it, talk a little bit about the facts and why I like it.
Let go of my grandfather!
When their grandfather's ghost is stolen by a big evil ghost, there's only one thing to do. Call in the Scream Team.
They're dead, aren't they? They're alive, aren't they?
Mariah.
Look, I'm smiling!
Coffin Ed.
Delighted.
And Jumper.
Let's go kick some serious ghost butt.
Come on, miss.
High five.
The Scream Team, starring Tommy Davidson, Eric Idle, and Kathy Najimy.
Don't mess with me. I am in no mood today.
The Scream Team, they're having the time of their afterlife. I love that one!
The film stars Robert Boxdale as Richard Carlisle with his two children, Claire and Ian, who are back in town to clean out his father's house after his father's passing. Now the movie features Tommy Davidson as Jumper. You may know him as the voice of Oscar Proud on The Proud Family, as well as Kathy Najimy, who you may know as one of the Sanderson sisters on Hocus Pocus. And we have Eric Idle playing Coffin Ed, who improvised much of his dry-witted dialogue. I guess he was an alum on Monty Python, so it makes sense that he'd be ad-libbing and doing improv pretty much through the whole movie. Kim Coates is Zachariah Cole, the evil ghost in this movie. You may know him from Sons of Anarchy, but he plays a great villain. It said that they added like the scene where Zachariah Cole throws a fireball at the camera, like straight at the camera, as kind of like a last-minute scare tactic. And I just thought that was kind of cool that, you know, they were just trying to add something different to a kid's movie that was supposed to be kind of light and hearted. But it was just an attempt to make it a little bit more scary. Just to, you know, it's Halloween. It's got to be a little bit more of a scary movie because there's just so much lighthearted stuff in there too. At least at the end. It was really cool seeing like the ghosts being trapped on one side of the wall and not being able to cross into the afterlife until, you know, they get whatever it is they need to have done. And it's just really cool to see these kids, you know, try to help, and even though they stumbled upon this, you know, completely crazy event, they still, you know, just want to help and do the right thing. This movie centers heavily around Zachariah Cole and the mystery involving his life and everything that is involved with that town. And the town history is kind of centered around his life as well. And it's the part of the thing that drew me to this movie is, even as a kid, was just the mystery of it. I mean, even though it was a kid's movie, it's definitely creepy. There's a creepy feel going into it. And even the guy that's trying to bring on the festival just kind of has this weird vibe to him that, you know, he's obviously up to no good. It creeped me out. It was a really creepy, scary movie, and that's why I liked it around Halloween. Because honestly, a lot of the other Disney Channel original movies, they didn't scare you like that. Halloween Town was not that scary. It was more of family friendly, which, I mean, all the movies are because they're Disney, but this one just felt a little more darker, but in a good way. The movie marked the end of an era for Disney's visual identity. The film was the final Disney Channel original movie to feature the classic 1990s Disney logo, which Disney switched to a more modernized version, signaling a shift in the network's branding to more tween and teen-related content. That's kind of cool. I do remember when they kind of went through that whole visual change in like the early 2000s, and everything kind of switched over from being how it was in the 90s up into this new era. So I definitely do remember that on TV and seeing like the, you know, the shifts in the logos and stuff like that. Now this movie also served as a big break for Kat Dennings, famous from Two Broke Girls and the Thor movies. She played the eye-rolling teenage sister of Ian, and it really showcased her knack for the witty one-liners, which became kind of her go-to later on in her career. So it's pretty cool to see her so young, and seeing that her breakout role was in the 40-Year-Old Virgin. So it's pretty cool to see her before that. And if you don't enjoy the video, here's some really nice trees for you. But overall, this movie is a classic and a great Halloween movie, and I just think it should be on more people's list of favorite Halloween movies. I mean, I guess it is kind of an obscure movie. It never really ends up on like the top 10 watched, like up until Halloween. It's usually like Hocus Pocus and Nightmare Before Christmas and stuff like that. But it'd be nice to see. I mean, it was like a usual movie that ran almost every year in like the early 2000s from when it was released on. So it became like a every year thing where you'd see it on Disney Channel. So I just try to do the same thing where like I play it within like the week of Halloween, or at least the month. because it's just a really good movie. But it definitely gets like pushed back and kind of pushed to the wayside. I definitely wonder if this is going to become one of those Disney Channel movies that ends up getting taken off the streaming service later, just because they don't want to. That just doesn't get the views, which I could definitely see happening. But I think that would be really disappointing if that did happen, because I still enjoy this movie. Now, I think the worst thing you can say about the movie is like the CGI is obviously not great. It's 2002 and these are ghosts, so of course it's going to have like its little odd looking stuff. But I think like the scenes with Zachariah Cole being in the big fire and stuff like that, that still looks pretty good, even for being a movie that was made so long ago. Hopefully this movie gets, a little bit more attention. I just think it's a good one. I think it deserves a little bit more recognition as being one of those classic Disney Channel Halloween movies. I would like to hear anybody else's thoughts on it, or if anybody remembers it at all. I really do appreciate any time you spent watching my video. Like and subscribe if you like anything you've seen. Thank you, and I hope to see you again.